The Alec Baldwin manslaughter case has been dismissed by a judge, and this news has been broken by Sky News. It is absolutely huge. So, in case you didn't already know, obviously Alec Baldwin a couple of years ago, accidentally shot what he thought was a prop at one of the supporters on set, accidentally killing her. He was not under the impression that this was an actual firearm that could fire. He thought it was just a prop, and then when he was waving it about and then he accidentally shot it, he did actually hit someone, which ended up killing them. So Alec Baldwin involuntary manslaughter case has been dismissed following the motion filed by his defense team accusing the prosecution of concealing ammunition evidence. After an extraordinary day in court, during which special prosecutor called herself as a witness, the actor broke down in tears and hugged his lawyer, and as the judge made the ruling that threw out the case based on mistakes by the police and prosecutors. Baldwin, 66, had always denied the charge of involuntary manslaughter over a fatal shooting on the cinematographer Halyna Hutchins. Couldn't get that out for whatever reason, maintaining that he did not pull the trigger and that the others on set of the Western film Rust in New Mexico were responsible for the safety checks on the weapon. Now obviously it wasn't actually his responsibility, I suppose, to check how the weapon, whether it was fireable or not. He was just under the impression that it was a prop. He faced up to 18 months in prison if he had been convicted, but according to the prosecution, the star behaved recklessly during the scene rehearsal on the set near Santa Fe, playing, quote, make-believe with a real gun and violating the cardinal rules of firearms safety. But the defense team argued that this was not true. He was an actor acting and committed no crime. Now, almost 3 years on from Miss Hutchins' death, the case against Baldwin has been dismissed by Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer, and it has not been filed, has said it cannot be filed again. The late discovery of this evidence during the trial has impeded the effective use of evidence, such as the way that it has impacted fundamental fairness of the proceedings, the judge said. His wife Hilaria, who was supporting him in court throughout the trial alongside his actor brother Stephen, also cried, and the judge made the ruling. Baldwin left the building shortly afterwards and got straight into a car without speaking to reporters outside. So this is how the case collapsed. The breakdown of the case began following the second day of evidence, during which the actor's defense team learned the Santa Fe Sheriff's Office had taken possession of live rounds as potential evidence earlier this year. On the same day, the film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez, was convicted of involuntary manslaughter for her role in Miss Hutchins' death. Investigators did not list these live rounds as in the Rust file, nor were they disclosed to the defense lawyers. Prosecutors said that the ammunition was not connected to the case and was not hidden. The Colt .45 round at the center of the dismissal were handed in by Troy Tesk, a friend of Gutierrez's stepfather, Thel Reed. Baldwin's legal team filed their request to dismiss overnight, and the court heard arguments on the motion that both parties would, without jurors present in the courtroom. Miss Morrissey said that the bullets were not the same size or chemical composition of the live rounds found on the Rust set, including the one that killed Miss Hutchins. This was a wild goose chase that has no evidentiary value whatsoever, she said. This is just a man trying to protect his daughter. When Judge Marlowe Sommer decided she needed to hear more evidence and to make a decision on the motion, she called jurors in only to dismiss them straight away. The court then heard evidence from witnesses including prop store owner Seth Kenny, who provided blanks for the dummy rounds for the set of Rust. He has denied supplying live ammunition to the production and has not been charged in the case. Corporal Alexandria Hancock and Lieutenant Ryan Randall from the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office also testified. Following the repeated suggestions from the defense lawyer Alex Spiro that evidence had been concealed, in an unusual move, Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrisley called herself to the witness stand, despite the judge not telling her that she was not required to do so. She denied evidence that had been hidden and maintained, and she felt it was not relevant. But Judge Marlo Sommer found the prosecution's conduct was highly prejudicial to Baldwin, and there was no way for the court to right this wrong. During his questioning, Mr. Spiro put it to Miss Morrisley that she simply did not like Mr. Baldwin very much. That is absolutely untrue, she replied. I actually really appreciate Mr. Baldwin's movies. I really appreciated the acting that he did on Saturday Night Live, and I appreciate his politics. Mr. Spiro told the court that she had referred to the actor as, well, whatever this is, you can cross the T's and dot the I's. To witnesses, she said she did not recall this. During questioning, it also emerged that another prosecutor, Erlinda Johnson, had resigned from the case earlier that day. So, following the judge's ruling, Gutierrez's lawyer, Jason Bowles, told Sky News that the judge had done the right thing to preserve the integrity of our system. Gutierrez was sentenced to 18 months in prison and he is currently appealing, Mr. Bowles said. They would now be filing a similar motion in her case. There has still been no definitive determination on how the live rounds made their way onto the film set. Mr. Baldwin, who is known for his films including The Departed, It's Complicated and The Hunt for the Red October, as well as his performances on Saturday Night Live, can now put the case behind him. He has a film, Clear Cut, out next week, and it is set to star in a reality TV series next year. Woo! That was a lot of information to take on. I hope that you guys are still with me. And this was a segment from the Daily Mail, basically showing the reaction when the judge broke the news that Alec Baldwin would not be, the case was being dismissed.
The state's discovery violation has injected a needless, incurable delay into the instant jury trial. Dismissal with prejudice is warranted to ensure the integrity of the judicial system and the efficient administration of justice. Your motion to dismiss with prejudice is granted. Now, with respect to the jury, I don't imagine you all want to return on Monday. I will take care of the jury.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We are in recess. I'm not getting up. I'm going to...
Dismiss him, Judge. Dismiss him.
Go ahead.
Thank you all for your help. Stay on, okay? Okay, we're in recess. Get out of the courtroom.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about
Quick work!
There is no reason to believe that the evidence that we discussed in court today was related to the set of Rust. It never left the state of Arizona. I understand that the court disagrees with me, and I respect the court's decision. There is absolutely no evidence that any of that ammunition is related to the incident involving Ms. Hutchins.
So the judge is wrong?
No, I said that I respect the court's decision. I think that people can disagree. I'm disappointed because I believe that the importance of the evidence was misconstrued by the defense attorneys, but I have to respect the court's decision.
Do you feel you let the Hutchins family down?
Do you regret not turning over the ammunition?
Well, I didn't know that the ammunition that became the subject of today's hearing existed.
You still believe Mr. Baldwin was guilty?
That has never been a decision for me. That has always been a decision for the jury.
Did you let the Hutchins family down?
No, we didn't. We did everything humanly possible to bring justice to Helena and to her family, and we're proud of the work that we did. Again, we disagree with the court's decision, but we have to respect it.
So where do you go from here? Where do you go from here?
So there you go. Over on the Daily Mail, there is a full 7-hour, 21-minute breakdown of the entire case. So if you want to check that out, go over to the Daily Mail online. But what do you guys think? Did Alec Baldwin get off lightly with this? Do you think he's still guilty, or do you think that the court made the right decision? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button. Subscribe if you're new and tick on my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, guys, I hope you have enjoyed, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.